What is up, guys? Today we're going to be looking at a budget deck that I guess I really haven't taken a look into. It's Solrock Lunatone. This kind of deck popped up with the Pogo set while I was on my break. So I figured today would be a good deck to look at some of the Japanese lists, some of the lists in general that just are doing well, because this is a very budget deck. Like, the whole deck you could probably build for like $20 or less. Everything in it is very cheap, and I've played a couple of games with it, and it's really, really fun because you just do a bunch of stuff and then you take knockouts because of how the deck works. Now let's look up both Solrock and Lunatone for you guys. Solrock here does Sun Energy. Once in your turn, you may attach a Psychic Energy from your discard pile to one of your Lunatone. Wait, what the? Why is it this expensive? Don't know why that's going on there. That's kind of sussy. And then we have the Pokemon Go Lunatone that says Moon Kinesis, 30 plus 30 for each Psychic attached to this Pokemon. So you can use a combination of like Scoop Up Nets, just 4 Solrocks in play, just a bunch of stuff to really ramp up your damage very, very quickly. Once you get those Psychics into the discard. And then your Lunatones just start hitting like a truck, like 150 plus each time. Tons of damage, and that's the idea behind the deck. Now that I've explained the idea behind the deck, I'm going to show myself a little bit. I do have a Discord server. I haven't been like kind of advertising it as much, honestly, in my videos. It is down in the description, so if you guys want to just click on that and join at any point, you guys can. We basically talk about Pokemon in there. A lot of people that are interested in the One Piece TCG have been recently talking in there. League, whatever, you know, like, it's just a safe space for everyone to hang out and talk about your interests. So please feel free to join. It is also technically my content Discord, so you guys will get a notification about when videos go live. But besides that, I really won't bother you guys in content because this is you guys are here, you're watching, so thanks for being here. So let's take a look at some of these lists. So we've got the 4/4 Rock Lunatone. I think like this is like a staple. You cannot put less than 4/4. This has a pitch and drop Pyukumuku, which will just let us go a little bit deeper into the deck, like a +1 at any point, I guess. It's just a really bad opener. We have the 1 Greninja as well as the 4 Nets. We don't really know what the Canceling Cologne is for. I'm trying to think. I guess Manaphy, maybe, if we can like boss. No, that doesn't even do anything. What are we canceling? Empoleon V, maybe? To try to kill in one turn? That, I don't know. This is just like a weird card. This list plays Pokestop, which is a little bit aggressive. Because we might be pitching our Pokemon, which is like a really important resource. We don't care about pitching energy, and obviously everything else just comes to our hand. So we're chilling. 2 Vitality Bands is interesting as well for just the +10. 4 Shoes, 2 Gear, 3 Research. 1 Heavy Ball I like too, just because, you know, we have the Frog. 4 Fog Crystal seems pretty staple. 4 Level Ball. Everything in the Moonmen deck is searchable by Level Ball and Quick Ball. So a very stock standard list here, I think. I like it. This one's got Cross Switchers, which is a little bit more spicy with a Silene. So while it's employing the whole Pokestop like aggro strategy with the 4 copies of Research, it is playing 3 copies of Rescue Carrier to basically get your attackers back and keep cycling the Lunatones, keep cycling these Solrocks that may hit your discard even with the Pokestop. So this is a very interesting build because you're basically saying, like, I'm relying on Pokestop and Research a majority of the time to build this hand to do a lot of these combo plays that I normally otherwise would not have a chance to do. And by doing something like that, you're basically saying I need to play Recovery, kind of playing like a Gigas style build without actually having Gigas in the deck, because, you know, obviously the Reggies take up like 15 slots in your deck effectively, and you have to play so many more different energies and everything. But this version is just like, I'm going to go. So I do like that. This version is playing similar to the Reggies with 4 stops, 3 rescue carriers, 2 Cynthia's Ambitions. Like, this is a little bit more of like a super turbo shell, I guess. No switchers, nothing special fancy in here. Yeah, nothing special or fancy in here. This one's got Turbo Patch, which is really interesting as well, but like, I don't know if that coin flip can really add enough damage. So if, let's say, we get the 4 energy from the Solrocks, we're going to 150. Let's say we net twice in the same turn, we go to 210. I guess we can go to 240. If we net 3 times, we can go to 270. 240 is enough to one-shot any basic V Pokemon, so maybe that is enough. I mean, I guess if we go like quad net double turbo and hit everything in the same turn, that's like, I don't know, 10 energy in the same turn, which can one-shot anything in the game, but I just doubt like we're ever going to get to that stage in the game. So that's just something we don't want to worry about. This guy's got the Morpeko. I need to look up what Morpeko does. I think I know what it does. I just want to make sure I don't mess it up. We've got the Morpeko that's got the 20. They can't use an attack next turn. Why are we playing that card? I thought this was the one that gets like an item back or something. I don't know. I don't know why I thought that one. I don't really know what this one does, but I guess we're like locking something in the active potentially and making sure they can't use an attack. Um, the only thing I can see is like an Empoleon V. If like some deck is playing an Empoleon V and we can't actually like deal with that because it just auto wins us, we just put this little rat in the active and start using the first attack with Torment, doing 40 damage per hit. Like, I mean, I guess through the choice belt, we're doing 100 damage per hit because of weakness, but also like they can't use their one attack, so their Empoleon just dies very quickly. So we actually just like 3-shot it while they're not actually attacking into us, which seems like a very good strategy actually to deal with Empoleon. So I like that actually if it's for Empoleon. This version, same thing, heavy stops, 1 Vitality Band. Overall, like, I don't know, like these lists seems like very vanilla stock standard. Let's see if there's anything spicier in these lists as we're going. More Turbo Patch in this list. More crystals in this list. This one's got the stops. Like, a lot of these have shoes as well. Like, the shoes has become a staple in these kinds of, like, turbo shell engines. This one's playing 3 Irida, which I guess the Irida just fetches you out the... With this list, it's like a Battle VIP pass, but you could get, like, Greninja Fog Crystal, which is, like, budget Greninja Bucket. But I don't know if that's like a useful enough supporter for the turn, like an impactful enough supporter for the turn when you're playing such a aggressive turbo shell for a deck like this. Like, I think there's a world where you just play like a non like hyper aggressive turbo shell like this, and you just like can't utilize Irida like the way you're supposed to. I think like in a deck like that, like I think Avery or something would be much better. Like, I think the Mews are cool as well, but if you play the Mews, you have to play the Balloons, and Balloons I think are just like a significantly worse card than attaching a aggressive tool to one of your guys here. Like, I'd prefer to have the aggressive tools. I like the Quartz as well, but I think maybe Stop is just better. Like, I think Stop just has to be better in this scenario. So another list where we're seeing the Morpeko making its way in, especially with the 2 Avery. I like the Averys just to keep disrupting your opponents. I mean, Avery also disrupts this deck significantly. This list is playing 4 Bruno, 1 Research, so this one's all about just like not really discarding too much, except besides using Pokestop and like putting the energies into the discard via Greninja, which is why they have the Welcoming Lantern, which is basically just a VS Seeker for single strike supporters, which is just bringing back your Bruno. So the idea is we just keep shuffle drawing into 6, but I don't really like that. One Mew is interesting. Maybe that's fine, honestly. This one's got the 2 Galarian Articuno, but that doesn't do anything for us in terms of getting energy into like damage, because I believe Lunatone is just... Let me just double check what Lunatone is, the exact text. I think I think it was just the cards on that Pokemon, right? Yeah, so this Pokemon. So accelerating 2 Psychics onto the board doesn't actually do anything for us in terms of what Lunatone offers. No, these lists all seem pretty stock standard. Nothing crazy out of the park. I do like the Morpeko. I think that's an innovation that I got. 2X Transceiver. Interesting. Don't really know why that's in there. Playing Calyrex Lunatone. Interesting as well. This is kind of whack, but I don't think this is even like correct. I mean, the Mewtwo V-Star is also like a way to play this, I think, for sure. I think this is like definitely a decent way to play it, just because you get the ability to move stuff as you want. So, interesting enough, Lunatone Solrock is a fun deck. I think if you guys are looking for a budget deck to just kind of play on ladder or have a good time in general, this is a deck that you could pick up for like less than $30 total, take it to a local, have a good time, kind of try to high roll some opponents, miss what you need on turn 1, and probably concede and have a bad time. But either way, this is the Moonman deck. I think it's a very cool deck. Personally, it's very fun. I wouldn't play to a tournament ever. Maybe a local, if anything, or a cup, but nothing I'd take to an official event. And that being said, you guys have made it to the end of the video. Again, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm very bad at shilling myself and talking about me. So if you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe. It helps me a ton. And yeah, I mean, I have a TCG Player affiliate link in the comments below if you're looking for that Lost Origin product coming up soon, as well as Pogo cards that you need to buy. It doesn't do anything discount-wise, but it does help me out with whatever you guys spend. So if you're buying Pogo cards or something for Worlds, just slam that affiliate link. It costs $0 for you guys and it just helps me out. So I appreciate that a ton, and thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys tomorrow.